Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. Listen, we got to talk about a couple of things, man. And one of them is the safety rooms. The safety room for USC. I want to know from you guys, how loaded do you guys think this safety room is? Do you think this is the best safety room in the country? I tend to think it is. Listen, I'm not being a homer. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to lay it out for you. I'm going to present the information. You guys can do what you want with it. But listen, I want to talk about USC safety room. A couple of guys that we got coming in that have came in, freshmen and transfer portal guys. One is one that's really high on everybody's board, and PFF put it out some information on him today. His name is Kamari Ramsey. You guys know he came from UCLA. He's straight big time, man. The other is Zion Branch. PFF put some information on Zion Branch and Kamari Ramsey today. I want to talk about that. And listen, here's one of the things that I don't want to do. I don't want to prematurely pick anybody as a projected starting lineup, given the fact that I believe now we got coaches in place that's going to really move and groove and really pick these guys according to their abilities, according to who's able to win this job. I don't think that we can give anybody the job prior to them getting into the spring practice. I think once the spring practice goes, I think these guys will, have a better picture, and they may not even win it then. But I'll do it after the spring practice and after the spring game. Once I see the starting lineup, that kind of lets me know that, look, there's a leader out there that's possibly moving and grooving. You guys know that we got coaches like Doug Belk that's absolutely moving and grooving. That coached up guys like Mika Fitzpatrick that was at Alabama. Doug Belk was there. So I'm very confident that he's going to be able to identify these guys the right way as to who will be the starter. But I want to take a look at this real quick. This is something that, let me get this other one. Here, this is something that PFL put out today, and this was coming from them, and this is one. Let's take a look at it. You see the top safeties from a freshman standpoint from this past season, and you can see it here. You see Kamari Ramsey is going to be coming up. Well, let me go back and kind of show you who's number one. Number one is a safety for the University of Purdue. Alabama's Kalen Downs. You guys know he's at Ohio State now. He's going to be number two with the 85.6 rating. Number three is going to be a guy from Iowa State. Number four is coming in is Kamari Ramsey. You see they're showing him there as the UCLA. Of course, he transferred, but he had a 79.4% rating as it relates to his PFF grade. So you're talking about a dynamic guy. And then when you scroll down to number 10, you're going to see Zion Branch there. Listen, you guys already know the potential that Zion Branch, the potential that he has, man. He got hurt. He was plagued by an injury his first season as a true freshman, came in as a redshirt freshman last year, and he was injured again. And so now he has a PFF before he went out. He has a 72.0 grade, and so PFF recognized him as well as being one of the top guys before he went out last year. And so, listen, does that automatically mean that we pencil a guy like Zion Branch and a guy like Kamari Ramsey in? Absolutely not, because we got some absolute dogs that's still there on the side. You got guys like Jalen Smith, who was there last year, who absolutely balled out. Listen, did we not see you can remember against Cal multiple games, man. Jalen Smith, even though he played the nickelback position, he came in there last year and played safety a little bit at the end of the season in the Holiday Bowl. That guy is absolute clutch. He got some dog in him. And listen, it's for that reason alone, I can't just give it to anybody. And I'm not willing to make a projected lineup yet from a safety standpoint, just because I'm not sure where that's going to stand. Of course, you got a guy like Anthony Beavers. If you guys remember, Anthony Beavers was one of the highest rated safeties coming out last season. Well, excuse me, at the end of the bowl game, PFF put some information out there. Anthony Beavers was that guy. So look, man, you guys can hit me on that as well. Also, let me get to this information before I get into these other guys, because this is Kamari Ramsey. This is some more information that PFF put out as it relates to him. And you guys can see it here, man. He had a big time year as a freshman. And Kamari Ramsey, 369 coverage snaps this season, 0 TDs allowed, 1 INT, 3 pass breakups, 41.5 passer ratings allowed, and then 79.4, which was PFF grade. But so that's Kamari Ramsey and Zion Branch. Absolutely. Kamari Ramsey and Zion Branch absolutely shining according to PFF. Now, that's not the only guys we have here. We got other guys. We got the Arnold brother, Akili Arnold, who came from Oregon State. He's an absolute dog. He's a leader. He's a baller. He was a starter at Oregon State. Oregon State had a better defense last year than USC. So where do we put a guy like him at? So it's for that reason I can't pencil anybody in. You got a guy like Christian Pierce who's still there. You guys know I'm very, very high on a guy like Christian Pierce. Do I just throw Christian Pierce away? Absolutely not. He got some dog in him as well. Christian Pierce can move and groove. We got a guy like Bryson Shaw who's still there. So you're talking about a safety room. Why I think USC has the best safety room. Bryson Shaw was a starter last year. I'm sure he's gonna have something to say about it. He's not gonna lay down. But where do we put a guy like Bryson Shaw as it relates to this information as well? And then you're talking about the three incoming freshmen. Well, the two incoming freshmen as it relates to the safety. You got Marquise Gallegos, who was one of my favorites coming in. He picked up about 12 pounds. And listen, can we just put this away about Benny Wiley, about not being able to put this weight on these guys? We've already saw Jacoby Lane pictures. I don't know who all saw it, but Jacoby Lane put on, looks like about 15 pounds. He looks incredible. Looks like Incredible Hulk. And then you got a guy like Marquise Gallego who put on some weight as well. I believe they said 12 pounds Marquise Gallego has put on. So now you got a guy that covers a lot of space, a lot of field in Marquise Gallegos, look, who puts on all this weight, and he looked like it's straight up go time with him. Look, he might have something to say about this safety room as well. Where does he stand at? And then you got, of course, Jarvis Boatwright, big time Boatwright, that's coming from the state of Florida. He looked like he got bigger, and he looked like he's moving and grooving. That's why I love these freshmen that are able to come in there right before spring and get involved with these winter workouts, because these two guys look like they just putting their boots on the ground and absolutely getting on and popping, on and cracking. But listen, you guys can drop those comments. I want you guys to tell me, though, who do you guys think will be the starting safeties? Because, and here's another aspect of it as well. What will be the schematic? What will be the scheme that we run? Will it be a nickelback? Will it, how will the safeties be back there? Will it be a strong and a free? Of course, you got to have these guys. So we got Antoine Fegans. Will he play nickelback? Will he play safety? There's so many questions to be answered. And of course, I threw out put out Anthony Beavers and all those other guys out there, man. So I want to know from you guys. Drop those comments, man. What do you think the safety battle will be? Who do you think comes out victorious with this? I think this safety room is absolutely loaded. Does this safety room look better? You guys know we lost Kalen Bullock last year, but does this safety room look better than we had last year? Listen, you guys tell me. I think we got the potential could possibly be better when you're talking about as a unit from this year, from last year. At times we've seen the unit shine on one side last year than the other, and it wasn't a consistency with just two ballers right there, because one lacked and the other didn't, and one had to pick up the slack where the other lacked that. So it's just like, man, it was kind of a lost in the sauce situation. But Kalen Bullock, he did his thing. He was a baller in PFL. They rank him as one of the best as well. So look, man, drop those comments in the comment section. One thing I can say is this: I'm very confident that this coaching staff will put the best players out there. We didn't see that last year. For whatever reason, Alex Grinch did not have it like that. And, there were other guys we saw. And the reason we can confirm that is because of this. It's because what we saw with the Holiday Bowl, these guys, to see a guy like Anthony Beavers come in there and do what he did, to see, Antoine Fegans get in there and do what he did, and then Jalen Smith looking like, he switched over to a little bit of safety. I mean, everything just looks just incredible. And you see guys like Prophet Brown. He came in there. I mean, like, where were these guys at all season? Listen, we don't care about the names. We care about the production. We don't care about the stars. We care about the production. Listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. I am very confident that these coaches will do things a little bit different. I think it's going to be go time. I think it's going to be on and popping. I think they're going to put the best players, because these coaches, as I stated, Doug Belk has been to pretty much the highest of heights when you're talking about college football and really putting the best talent out there. So Doug Belt, I'm confident he's going to do that. I'm confident that Coach Deanton Lynn is going to do it because he knows what it looks like from a professional standpoint, being that he's coached at the Baltimore Ravens. So you guys can hit me in the comments, drop those comments. What do you guys think this safety room will look like? Who do you think wins the battle? I will say I will say my projection after the spring, and that's what I'm gonna stick to, man. So listen, I'm out of here until later on. Listen, everybody stay blessed. Don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.